Well, the biggest pub gig in the world, and looking at the lineup you guys are on, it really does, it conjures up these thoughts of the glue pot. I grew up in Christchurch, so the Hillsborough area.
The Hillsborough.
Yeah.
We set the record there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think, what did we get, 1,000 something?
Yeah, it was only 680. Oh, they can't sue us now.
Illegal,
Oh,
isn't it?
no,
Yeah.
it's a bit late now.
There was this fabulous pub circuit all around New Zealand, Mike, back in those days, and you could start in Whangarei and get down to Invercargill, and by the time you got down to Invercargill, you could go back to Whangarei again.
Start all over again.
Yeah, so that's what we did.
We did
in a
it
van.
for 2 years.
What a great call to try and get that vibe again for this at the end of what has been a crazy year.
Yeah, our promoter came up with it. He's a very smart guy, and he thought,
Yeah.
why don't we bring the bar into Spark Arena so that it's,
Yeah, he really wanted to have a bar because, he can't go anywhere without having a bar close by. But the thing is, I think it was a good idea. The biggest pub in the world for one night. It's a great idea. And the great thing is, if somebody was to do their homework on Google and find out, the actual facts as to the size and dimensions of the pub on the night, all you got to do is just add per capita at the end, and you're
per
pretty
capita,
sweet, aren't you? So
probably Munich.
either way, we're telling the truth. So, well, I think it's just going to be a jolly good night because, as you say, it's a great lineup. We haven't seen those guys in ages. Citizen Band and
How
all
long has
those
it been
guys.
since you've played with the likes of Dance Exponents or Citizen Band or...
Oh,
Well, we've never played with the Dance Exponents. So Hello Sailor would have been... Oh, right. The dudes
I
have...
played guitar with them.
Hello Sailor, we last played together on the same bill in 2006 in that incredible reunion tour we did. That was fantastic. So we're really looking forward to blowing them off the stage, really. Yeah.
That's Spark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And given how successful your own recent tour has been, I mean, there's clearly an appetite out there.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's really lovely to see everybody just sort of let everything go. You could just see it physically. You'd see it on people's body language, on their faces. They came out for a night out, and after all these months of, total uncertainty, they were guaranteed a good time, and you could just see them shrug everything off. So it's a great thing.
And they're
to do.
shoulder to shoulder.
Best job in the
Social
world.
distancing goes awry for one night, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And they sing all the songs.
Safely.
Yeah.
I was coughing into my.
I'm
Coughing
singing.
like
I'm
this.
singing.
I was doing this. We often talk like this,
yes,
don't we,
do.
Pete?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, I guess COVID is one of the reasons why this lineup for the biggest pub gig in the world has
It
come
is.
about. I mean, we can't have international acts here at the moment, so in the
No.
music war against COVID, you guys
Yeah.
are like Dad's army.
That's
Who
right.
do you think you are kidding,
What?
Mr.
Social distancing. Don't look at
panic.
me. Don't look at me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Don't look
Mike,
at me. I might get something.
The fact is that we've got the New Zealand public to ourselves for a little while, and we're making the best of it. But
they're loving it.
They're loving it, yeah. And so there's a lot of love for the dudes, and we're relishing in that atmosphere. When we get out on the stage, we get a great welcome, and we just take it from there.
Beautiful.
What's it like to be back on stage? Is there a match fitness that comes with a tour, that comes with a gig like this one?
Well, of course. I've been in training for some years since we knew it was the go-ahead. As soon as the dudes were inducted into the Hall of Fame,
We started
you
running.
know, I've just been going for it. Abs, plenty. I've got plenty of abs. I've got a whole lot of spare at home as well. Abs.
I've been
Abs
training.
coming out my ears.
I've been training on
Closet
the
full of
running
abs.
machine while singing.
While singing.
And that is hard.
Well,
you
if-
don't realise that, when you're
Yeah.
running, but when you start singing, the breath's going out.
Yeah, but the only trouble is the ice keeps jumping out of your drink.
I know.
What's been the most surprising thing about coming back and doing the tour and this gig that's coming up?
Oh, well, for me, I think it's people's love of the songs, and just the surprise at how warmly they inhabit them. and own them in a way. And so you can't beat that. That's just like a reflex action in rock and roll. You know, you have it, so it's yours. And to hold that and have a dearness about it, they're great totems to carry around, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it just further deepened my love for the whole process of performing and making an audience happy.
Yeah, you're right about that, David, about the ownership. We start them and then they go, oh, no, this is our song, you know.
Yeah.
And it's spine tingling.
Especially when you're singing, you know, Bliss and you say "ya" in the wrong place. You say "ya" in the wrong place. They don't like that.
No.
You've got to stick to the
It's
script.
their baby.
We talked about evoking those images of those wonderful pubs back in the day. But I guess we're kind of looking at with rose-tinted glasses too, because there were some pretty shocking crowds back then, weren't there?
Oh yeah, but I think generally there was a sort of a self-disciplining process that came. You know, things would never really get rough inside. If there was anything rough, it'd
We'd
be
go to
outside.
the car park.
They go to the car park, and the cops would be standing by and sort of letting it happen as long as nobody got badly hurt, and then everyone went home afterwards. So it wasn't entirely, you know. There's a perception that it was all sort of violence and, you know, illegality, but it
People
certainly
throwing
wasn't. I
things.
think it was just mostly, for most people, it was just good, clean fun and a great community.
What I don't miss is at the glue pot, you had this massive crowd there, and at 11 o'clock, this fire alarm bell would go off to get them out, and the lights would come on, and you'd see the carpet. You know, those DB pub carpets? I don't miss that.
Yeah, well, all that was missing was having us hosed down at the end. I think.
Well, this gig coming up, you're probably more likely to be, you know, have a property investor's guide thrown at you or a yoga mat.
No, this is going to be great. It's going
I
to be
wish.
great because, you know, there's a freedom about it because it's all kind of open and it's very comfortable and it'll be well catered. I think people will really love it.
You can't wait.
So there's been talk that this might be your last performance as the Dudes.
Yes.
Ever?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Yeah, maybe, you know. It's definitely the last ever gig for 2020.
Per capita.
Per capita. I can't do this again, so yeah, probably is, Mike. So, you know, come and see us. Spark Arena, December 11. Rock!
Look, I think that would be great.